in the locker room. Each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. And tonight we've got the Memphis Grizzlies playing against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
For a long time, the Raptors playing in Canada was seen by some as a detriment to their competitive prospects. Players dealt with issues like passports, different money, going through customs, and on and on. But now the Raptors use it as a strength, not as a weakness. They have a whole nation behind them. And they have Toronto, a diverse city with global engagement. Kevin?
And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, DA. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then on Thursday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Now look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward. And for Toronto, Ari and Powell, the guards. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. And it's Anunoby in at the three.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94. The fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
And the basket by Lowry.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And it's Iguodala missing. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Passes it to Powell. Jacks up a three. It's good from long range.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that three, the more the floor opens up.
Allen passes to Valanciunas. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
And
he makes the first.
One of the things you have to admire about Andre Iguodala is his ability to fit in any part of the lineup. Whether he's starting, whether he's coming off the bench, the ability to fill in from any position 1 through 4. Absolutely incredible.
And Iguodala drops them both. And with Iguodala, he has the experience to guard and match up against Doris any position.
And what you've seen lately is Iguodala being deployed more and more as an undersized power forward. But even then, one moment he'll act as a 4, and the next minute he's the de facto point guard. What a luxury to have that kind of versatility.
Now here's Allen, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. Count it. Good.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a big-time finish through contact. Jonas Valanciunas takes the bump, doesn't worry about it, just goes right through the strength.
Now here's Powell. He's coming off a 16-point game against Philadelphia.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Good work defensively by Gasol.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Pass to Gasol. Over Morant. Here's Anunoby. Just 5 to shoot. And again, Toronto with the triple.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Now here's Morant. Now recovering. Iguodala right side. Over in the corner, Allen. Lets it go from the wing. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Raptors leading by 5. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Gasol. Here's Anunoby. No good from outside. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Morant with it. 35 points for him last game against Golden State.
I thought his physicality was crucial too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Here's Lowry after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Siakam looking around. Gasol inside. Valanciunas is there. Gasol inside. Guarded by Valanciunas. No good from Gasol. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Now here's Morant. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Over Lowry. The rebound by Gasol.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Allen for 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Stolen by Jackson. And now Iguodala running the floor all by himself.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically. Checking out some stats for Iguodala, how he performed last season. He averaged about 5 points a game last year, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
Pass to Powell. Lock at 6. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Well, Valanciunas reads the play and snuffs it out. That's the kind of defense you need from the 5 spot.
Here's Allen, and it's Memphis with another.
And, you know, he's not usually the guy to break out the crossover. Worked for him that time, but I'm not sure I would be doing that consistently.
Here's Anunoby. Trying to get something going. That shot, no good. Memphis leading by 4. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Valanciunas against Gasol. Bounce pass from Valanciunas. And stolen by Siakam. Floats it up there for Siakam. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Allen kicks to Morant. Back to Allen. The pass to Valanciunas. 6 on the shot clock. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Toronto calls timeout. No doubt passing is a premium for this team game of the NBA. We love the individual star power, but it is a team game. Are there any playmakers out there that don't get, Doris, you think, enough credit for all that they do for their team?
Well, the first guy that comes to mind is a man that Steve Kerr described as probably the smartest single basketball player he has ever been around, and that's Andre Iguodala. The numbers in terms of his scoring, obviously not eye-popping, but his incredible defense and then his elite passing skills have been so critical to so many championship teams.
Give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Kyle Lowry is second.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Pass to Pop to end the run. And the Raptors miss again. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Now Lowry. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And his court vision was extraordinary, too. Let's not forget that. He was flawless passing the ball.
Now, here's Siakam. 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Anunoby. And again, no good by Toronto.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Leads away. Rebound by the Raptors. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Anunoby. Off target from outside.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And Memphis turns it over again. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. And some changes here for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Siakam. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Powell. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Rabs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Crowder comes in for Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Brooks subbed in for Grayson Allen. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And here's Morant. No points in the game yet for him. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
Well, the big man muscles there. Hollis Jefferson experienced at having to fight his way through the defense.
And so it's Memphis with it after the Raptors pick up 2. Now here's Morant. Now recovering. And it's Morant missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And he gets it to go.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
Right side Jackson. Here's Morant. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Gasol sends it back.
Just great timing and great awareness from Marc Gasol. This guy is a relentless shot blocker.
Here's Rab. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That free throw, no good. Now the Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
And he's good on the second.
The Toronto Raptors 2 summers ago making bold moves. Think about it. You trade away a franchise cornerstone in DeMar DeRozan. You fire Dwayne Casey in his Coach of the Year season. But it paid off in a huge way.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Morant with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Rab, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And the front office in Toronto, Doris, took a lot of heat for those changes you were just talking about.
Kev, their point guard Kyle Lowry wouldn't even talk to the president for much of the season. But the feeling was, from the management, in order for this team to break through, changes had to be made.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. And Gasol sends it back. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Morant, covered by Van Vliet. And it's Morant missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Van Vliet finds Ibaka over Brooks. Ibaka, no luck. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 1. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
But Greg, I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The 3 ball too critical in today's NBA.
It's Gasol missing.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
41 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Jackson. From past the arc. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now here's Van Vliet. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Philadelphia. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
I don't think you can be too physical with Josh Jackson. This guy is very good at getting calls when he has the basketball.
The Grizzlies have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. First one falls for him.
I tell you, the potential of Josh Jackson is really enticing. This guy is a remarkable athlete. He can defend the basket at a high level. If he gets a jump shot, guys, that's consistent, look out.
Jackson hits both of them. Raptors trail by 7. Here's Van Vliet to stop the run and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, this guy is just a load on the interior. Marc Gasol uses his size, he uses his angles to get where he wants to go.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Gasol.
Let's remember, in Marc Gasol, we have got a guy who has worked hard on both his body and his game. We are talking about a former Defensive Player of the Year here.
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. Now Morant. Brooks outside. His three-pointers off the mark. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 5. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight the floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Toronto right now, Van Vliet out there with Johnson. And it's Marc Gasol. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward position. Here's Van Vliet. Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Toronto needs to get off a shot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, the one thing I love seeing in these early games, seeing the wrinkles that the stars have added, the new technique or the new move they've added, Doris, during their games they played over the summer.
It feels, Kevin, like if you are not improving over the summer in the NBA, you are falling behind. Case in point, right, is the big men in the NBA. Look at guys like Brook Lopez and Marc Gasol, now able to stretch their game out to three-point territory. So important to keep growing.
First free throw is good. Greg, a new look roster for the Grizzlies. They got a lot more athletic this past summer.
Well, Ja Morant and Brandon Clark, their first-round picks, 2 of the more explosive players in the draft. The Grizzlies last in the league in pace last season. They may have cause to accelerate that tempo this year.
And so he makes both from the line.
One of the things you have to love, Kevin, about Hollis Jefferson is his energy. You know he's going to give you everything he's got on a night-by-night basis.
Grant, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Jackson to the right side. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Crowder. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. Van Vliet's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The pass to Siakam. Feeds it to Ibaka. And no good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Anderson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Passes to Ibaka. How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? Powell, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Memphis leading by 9. And here's Morant. 7 points in the game. Over Johnson. And that one's good. Morant's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Johnson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Rejected by Crowder.
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you love to see him get high for these rejections.
And it's Morant missing.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Now here's Van Vliet, defended by Crowder. Jackson against Johnson, right wing. Ibaka, the pass to Van Vliet. With some arc, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Anunoby, he's checked in for Stanley Johnson. Memphis also making some changes. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Crowder. Iguodala comes in for Brooks. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Morant. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Iguodala outside. Pass to Valanciunas. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the Raptors call time here. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
take a look at the numbers for Siakam. Great showing for him last season. Put up about 17 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Now, here's Siakam. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Anunoby. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Ibaka outside. Drops in the tray. Ibaka's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
But you love how Ibaka goes right up with the shot. Doesn't hesitate for a second off the catch.
Allen surveying the D. Here's Valanciunas. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound in this one. Siakam left side. Lays it up off the glass. Siakam's got his first basket of the night.
Wow, finishing through contact with a beautiful display of focus. What a job by Pascal Siakam through contact.
Now here's Allen. 7 points in the game. Jackson gets the bucket. Raptors trail by 12. Powell, the pass to Ibaka. Powell against Iguodala. The dish to Ibaka. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Ibaka's got 5 points so far.
Well, the increased playmaking ability of Pascal Siakam on display. Pretty pass.
Pass to Iguodala. He dishes it to Valanciunas. That's a miss. It's miss number 2 in shots from the floor. Toronto's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. 2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Great talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And it seems like every team is in search of the, quote, power wing. The guys that have the quickness to defend on the perimeter and the strength to battle inside. OG Anunoby certainly fits the bill.
And the Raptors making a change here. Lowry's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Jackson's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And a 7'2" wingspan for Anunoby. He's got the reach, Doris, of a big man.
He does, Kevin. He also has the strength of a big man, but he's got the versatility defensively to guard across 4 positions. It's about finding consistent minutes for OG because the potential is there, Kevin.
And last season, Jonas Valanciunas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive end. And you talk about this market of Toronto, Doris, it's been slept on for a long time.
No doubt, Greg, this is one of the biggest markets in North America. The Raptors are Canada's team, a country of over 37 million people. The Raptors ranked 4th last season in attendance.
That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Lowry. Lowry against Allen. Here's Iguodala. The teardrop falls in. Iguodala's got 6.
Andre Iguodala has got the ability and the frame and the game to score in close. Nicely done.
And the pass to Anunoby. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And he's able to get it back. Shot clock at 5. And a deep 3 from Lowry. But they'll get another chance. Ibaka outside. Back to Lowry. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Lowry's got 4 points now in the quarter. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Jackson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Here's Lowry. It's rebounded by Memphis. Allen outside. He kicks to Valanciunas. Pass to Iguodala. Back to Valanciunas. Dishes to Iguodala. And it's off from three-point range. Raptors trail by 12. And Lowry gets it to go. 10 points for him.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Iguodala against Powell. Pass to Valanciunas. Outside for Jackson. The 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Lowry's got 12 points in the game. Now here's Iguodala. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State. Here's Valanciunas. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Now here's Powell. Anunoby in the corner. Elbow shot is on the way. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Anunoby's got his second basket.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Good on the shot. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
To the left wing. Here's Anunoby, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Andre Iguodala.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Toronto. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Norman Powell. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Rab's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Crowder comes in for Jaren Jackson. Brooks checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Morant in for Grayson Allen.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
And it's Morant missing. Raptors trail by 8.
Gotta recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Well, this is where the play call is crucial, right? If you're in a 2-for-1, you've got to get the first shot quickly.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Oh, They own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Now Lowry, he's got 12. Over to the wing for three. The shot off that time. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
You know, we came out with a different energy. We said it's enough to struggle from the start. You know, we got to focus and play good starts.
That is where it all starts. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Jonas Valanciunas putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 15 points, 3 block shots, and 1 steal. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. What do you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. Got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Looking at Toronto, Kenny, your thoughts?
To fall behind like this at home after only one half is upsetting. We're not talking about an insurmountable deficit. We're not talking about a small one either. They're going to have to play a good second half of basketball for a chance to win this.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Iguodala and Jackson Jr. at the forward slots. Morant and Allen at the guard spot. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. And a wide open look for Iguodala. No good on the 3. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. It was such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And so here's Memphis. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Count that one.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Raptors trail by 9. Lowry kicks to Anunoby. Outside Gasol. Pulls up. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Powell against Allen. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And here's a look at some stats for Marc Gasol. Last year, getting it done. He put up about 13 points a game last season. 8 rebounds and 4 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
And the rejection by Jackson. Wound up there for Allen. Deft touch on the alley-oop. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
Down low, Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Lowry can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Here's Morant. 13 points in the game.
Don't make any mistake. Andre Iguodala's been around a while, but the hops are still part of the game.
Lowry passes to Siakam. Kicks it to Powell. That shot off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. It's Morant in the corner. A 3-pointer off the mark. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Lowry penetrating. Pass to Anunoby. There's the feed to Gasol. He can't get that one to fall.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And that one's good. Morant. And here's Lowry. He's got 15. And there's the pass to Powell. Valanciunas on the double team. Gasol kicks to Powell. Lock at 6. Anunoby in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Inside, here's Morant. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Morant's got 17.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Raptors trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Lowry. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And that's now 17 points for Kyle Lowry.
I tell you, this guy combines crafty moves and an effective shot to attack defenses. Kyle Lowry cooking.
Jackson has the open look. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Grizzlies lead by 14.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
We call that floor vision, gentlemen. Kyle Lowry with the pretty pass. I think quickness has probably never been more important in the NBA, but you cannot overlook the value of strength. Think about a guy like Kyle Lowry. He's not the biggest, he's not the most explosive, but he's got strength and he's got that bulldog mentality.
Right side Jackson from down in the low post. It goes. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
There is a all-around nature to the game of Andre Iguodala, and he relishes an opportunity to find an open teammate.
Here's Powell, and he banks in the layup. Powell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And Kyle Lowry is never shy about contact.
You're right, Kevin. Never shy on either end, offensively or defensively. Kyle Lowry will get into you. He is the tone setter with his physicality and his effort level.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Outside Gasol. Back to Lowry. The 3. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And that's his 2nd triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Johnson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Red Van Vliet comes in for Norman Powell. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Rab's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Crowder comes in for Jackson. Anderson, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Brooks subbed in for Allen. Here's Rab. Out left to the wing. Here's Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Van Vliet.
But he never misses a chance to drop a dime. As usual, Lowry 1 step ahead of everyone, setting up the bucket.
Morant with it. 17 points in the game. Here's Brooks. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. Van Vliet's got his 6th rebound on the night. Johnson finds Gasol. Now here's Van Vliet. 6 points for him. There's the triple. A shot by Lowry, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Outer dishes to Morant. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And the rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style. And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Toronto. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Jackson, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 20. Passes it to Gasol. Can't hit that one. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Crowder goes in, and the layup's good off the glass. Crowder's got his first points in this one.
I'll tell you, even with contact, Crowder getting the job done. This guy's a gritty, tough fighter who fends off contact.
Here's Here's Lowry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Josh Jackson.
You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably number 1. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
The first one falls. And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
Both good from the line that time.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now here's Morant. D right on him. Pass to Jackson. Shoots over Van Vliet. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Toronto. Here's the floater. Tries again. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Van Vliet. Memphis has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Anderson outside. Outside Jackson. Johnson over to help. Morant kicks to Crowder. Anderson trying to free himself up. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And a moment now to see the stats for Anderson. Last season's performance for him. Put up 8 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And right now, he's just a role player, but he's working hard and contributing in spurts.
Well, we've certainly seen flashes of what this guy can do, but he has got to find a way to consistently do it if he wants to be a starter. Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic, but boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He might be young, but Mr. Jackson is a problem from a matchup standpoint. Really good powering through there. You know, what's probably frustrating for the young Josh Jackson is that he's got all the tools to be successful. This guy can score inside and out. He's got great athleticism. Now he's just seeking the right opportunity and a chance to put all that talent together.
What's up?
That's good from Jackson. And with Jackson, it's a matter of consistency, Doris, for him in the early stages of his career.
I think he is still waiting, Josh Jackson, for the moment when he puts everything together. You love the work ethic and the fire he plays with, but he's got to start to become consistent and know a franchise can count on him.
Now here's Johnson. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Here's Morant. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Toronto's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Johnson, the pass to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. That's 7 points for Serge Ibaka.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Morant passes to Rab, and that one is stuffed right through.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
Lowry from outside. Offensive rebound. Hollis Jefferson. And another shot. Shot's good by Ibaka.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now here's Anderson. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. And that one is good. Morant's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Van Vliet. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Allen's checked in. .35 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's got 8. 5 on the clock. To the inside. Looking to get back on track here. Count that one from Van Vliet.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
And the basket by Jackson.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Lowry. Softly drops in the floater. Lowry's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, Kevin, you know this. A guy at Lowry's size has simply got to be able to make the floater. That's a big-time delivery.
Here's Rab. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Grizzlies lead by 11. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Raptors trail by 11. Hollis Jefferson and Ibaka together inside. Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Now here's Van Vliet. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Stolen by Allen. And now Crowder running the floor all by himself. And a missed layup.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Here's Johnson. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Morant with a wide open look. He drains the quick shot. Morant's got 24 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, defended by Crowder. Now Van Vliet. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Over Morant. And again, no good by Toronto. Grizzly shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Iguodala comes in for Jackson. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Lowry brings the double. Morant kicks to Valanciunas. Allen up top. The pass to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the middle. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Van Vliet looking around. Sweet little floater.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Morant passes to Valanciunas, and it's in there. Valanciunas has got 21 in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut back down to 13 points, and that one coming from Anunoby.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Now here's Crowder. Here's the three, and Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist from Crowder.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first three of the night.
And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Raptors. Passes it to Van Vliet. Up top, Ibaka. Plenty of space. That's good on the jump shot.
Boy, you gotta like seeing Ibaka make these opportunities. His shot selection is superb.
And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Lowry brings the double. Iguodala kicks to Morant. Memphis moving it around. Good. 23 points for Valanciunas.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And here is Van Vliet. Misses the three. Iguodala, the pass to Valanciunas. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got 6 assists here tonight. Raptors trail by 18. Van Vliet with it. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Van Vliet. This one for three. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Toronto calls timeout. Of course, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Changes for Toronto. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Pascal Siakam comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And Norman Powell subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Now, here's Siakam. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have two candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
Good on the second free throw.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
Now here's Morant. Iguodala left side. Back to Jackson. It's Valanciunas that time on the assist from Jackson. And now it's 27 points for Valanciunas. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise. He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Allen dishes to Iguodala. Back to Allen. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got his 7th assist in the game. Powell against Allen. Outside for Gasol. They get it back. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about the strength and explosive nature of Norman Powell? This guy excels at absorbing contact. Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
Here's Allen. Now the pass to Iguodala. The dish to Valanciunas. There's the lob to Jackson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
A nice shot by Gasol.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Now here's Allen. Now here's Morant. Allen's shot is off. Now here's Powell. Defense is right there. Passes it to Siakam. Back to Gasol. Down low. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anunoby. The Grizzlies pull it in. Iguodala's got his 5th rebound in this one. Allen outside. Here's Morant. They double him with Siakam. Jackson, yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. Pass to Siakam. Powell against Allen. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Jackson passes to Morant. Got a hand on it.
I'll tell you, Siakam has the ability to intimidate offensive players. How about that one? Send it back.
Lowry, good.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Now here's Morant. Lowry covering, and that one's good. Morant.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Lowry kicks to Anunoby. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Now Morant. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. They get Marc Gasol.
Well, to me, that's the force that Valanciunas plays with. It allows him to shake the foul off, maintain his poise, and score it.
Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Here's Iguodala. After the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Changes up. That's tipped. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws.
Boy, you look at all the athletes on this team. How about Pascal Siakam? This guy may be the fastest power forward in the NBA. And if you couple that with ball handling, this guy is tremendous in transition.
And that one misses. And the speed and quickness of Siakam, not just an asset in transition. Doris, defensively, he is something special.
There is no doubt. At 6'9", but he's got a 7'3" wingspan. Siakam's combination of length and mobility, tailor-made for the modern NBA.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
Well, I think the veteran and championship experience of Andre Iguodala is critical. This guy is a versatile forward who is well known for being a defensive stopper.
Memphis leading by 17. Allen outside. He kicks it to Morant. In the corner, Iguodala with it. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Memphis.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Valanciunas.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Powell. The Grizzlies making the shot. To the paint, here's Ibaka, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Shot and game clock separated by 5. The rebound by Ibaka. And here's Lowry. putback. It's good on the putback.
What I love is this guy gives you all-out effort every minute he's on the floor. Pascal Siakam getting second chance opportunity there.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. There is a better game, there is a worse game, but, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.